Hi everybody, it's Carol. Welcome back to my channel. And what I have here, I'm going to be making some paperclip pockets right now. And I brought along a bunch of my scraps, and I'm actually going to be I'm going to be clearing up some of my scrap papers because I have so many of them and I just want to use them up. So I thought the paperclip pockets, I saw this being done by Tina, and this is a great idea for using up your scraps. So what I'm going to do is, well, these are like 3.5 inches long, and I believe it is 7.5 wide. So what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to use this side for the outside, and I'm going to fold it not quite in half, almost in half, because I'm just gonna, I want to leave a little bit of paper here so I can fold it back, and then so I know where I have a better idea of where you want to. Oh, I didn't do a very good job of that, folding that, and then fold it back over the paper. Oh boy. Okay. So this way it will form a real nice pocket here. So I'm going to glue this, but before that I'm going to put my paper clip in here, and I'm going to put the larger side on the inside. So this is what you're going to clip to this is how you're going to use it. You're going to clip it into, say this is a journal page, so you're going to clip it in here, and it doesn't matter which side you leave open. You can leave this side open to stick your journal paper in, the journal card, or this side. So, or what else you could do is you can stick it on the bottom of the page and use it as a tuck going in there. But you actually have two places for journaling cards. You can stick it in here where you're going to have the flap open, and then also behind the this piece of ephemera. So this is what I'm going to do. I also brought along some scrap papers, because this is what I'm going to use to cover the paper clip, so glue it down so it doesn't go anywhere. So you just need any kind of scrap paper just to cover it up. And I will be using the fabric glue because, I don't know, it's a little stronger to hold that paper clip than art glitter glue, I think anyway. So we're gonna hold this down, and it's gonna take a couple of minutes to hold. The art glitter glue holds really quickly, and the fabric glue always has some seepage of the glue coming out most of the time, for me anyway, probably because I put a little more than I need in there. Okay, so, and you know, if you want, you can round your corners. I don't know that I will, because I'm going to be decorating on it. But I think what I'll do first is make a mass amount if I can, because I'm really needing different kinds of ephemera for my journals. So I want to use up my scrap papers, and I like to have this, instead of having the two, like at the bottom it's going to be two raw edges, I like to bring the paper over so it's a nice smooth edge. You know, I forgot to do this, but it doesn't matter. I could glue the bottom right now. and it's coming out at the bottom. Let me get that on there. But this is a fun mask making project. You know, and it really doesn't matter if what side you glue, because it doesn't matter, you know, what side you're going to leave open. So I'll always have this paper clip to clip it on the paper, so it doesn't matter if I glue the bottom over there or glue the bottom over on the opposite side. So if I'm talking too much and I make a mistake and I glue, you know, if I glue this bottom part closed, it doesn't matter because it's still going to work no matter what. So I brought along a few things for decorations, and I also brought along my snippet roll. And this is a way to use it. This is the paper that I had used, and I glued different pieces of ephemera on here. A little cluster of the birds and, you know, floral pieces. And this is just another way of how I would use it. So, you know, making this pocket here, this is going to be the clip. So I will just, you know, cut a little section and just glue that on there. And, you know, those decorations are done. So let me make a few, and then I'll think about, and then I'll do the decorating. So this is about the same size. This is 4 inches long, but that's okay. So I'm going to do the same thing. Just leave a little bit of edge over there, so I could probably just fold it over. I don't have to fold it twice. I just want to make sure that I'm leaving enough room. So if I put this part on the inside, I still have the raw edge, and if you don't glue it down at the edge, and when you go to put a journaling card in, sometimes it'll get caught, you know, if this edge is sticking up. So that's why I like to put it around the outside. Okay, so there's the paper clip. So let me get the glue on. So as I'm crafting, I have Stella next to me, and she's sleeping, and she's snoring. I mean, such a little dog, and she has like a big bark and loud snore. So if you hear noises like that, I'm not sure if you can hear it, but I hear it. And that's Stella sleeping. Seems like she just sleeps a good part of the day. Yeah, this is a very good mask making project, and it's a nice way to putting journaling cards in here, because you have a journal card that goes in there, and then you would put it down 2 or 3 different ways. Well, not 2 or 3 different ways. Well, you could put it on the side page, the bottom, or the top. You know, and just glue 2 sides, and then you have journaling tucked behind it. Now this is Tim Holtz paper, so you're gonna have something on both sides. And this is like 3 1/4 inches. So should I have the glass paper or this? I think I'll just do this here. I'll make it a little bit wider because it's only 3 inches short. So this will be it's 3 inches long, so it'll be a wide piece. Oh, I almost forgot to put my paper clip in here. So we're going to put the larger side on the inside. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't put my holding paper on there, but you know I could. this is such an easy project, and I really don't need a real big piece because so let me see, I think I'll just cut that in half, and I'll cover this one, and then I'll fix the one that I forgot to put. See what happens when as I'm talking. But this is not the kind of project that if you forget something, it's ruined. It's not. Another way to glue this down is using a hot glue gun, because it's immediate stickiness, and it's strong too. I do have one, but oh gosh, I think for me, it's like too fiddly, because it's, I always get the glue that attaches to me, attaches to here, and then you have I'm just going to trim this down a little bit. Yeah, that'll be better. Oh, I could tell this is going to seep out again. I have to get a different nozzle for this glue, because this here Fabri-Tac always comes out so fast and so heavy. Okay, so this is finished. Let me get this glued in here. And this is an easy fix. So we're just gonna stick that in there and hold it for a sec. And I'm using gold paper clips. They're I think they're just a little bit nicer than the silver ones. I like them. But sometimes they're hard to find. Okay, so there's that. This is also Tim Holtz paper. So I'm going to do the same thing. This will be a nice wide piece. I'm just going to cut this down a little bit, because that's really long or wide. Okay, so let's get this on before I forget again. And another thing I forgot to mention, when you glue this down on here, I have quite a bit of glue on here, so the paper clip's not going to go anywhere, but I usually would put a little more just in the middle of the paper clip. And Tim Holtz paper is really good for this because it's a little heavier. And I have, you know, other cardstock here. And this is thinner. This is thick Tim Holtz. And this one here is thicker than copy paper, but thinner than Tim Holtz. And I think copy paper would probably be a little too heavy. I mean, it would be a little bit too thin to use. I'll go this way. I should probably do a couple that are, you know, that I glue on the opposite side, just to see how that would, you know, work in the journal. It'll work, you know, but I think I'll do that for the next one. I think I'll clip the part where the paper clip is. Okay, now these are the fatter pieces of cardstock here. So what I'll do is, this is 6 inches. So these are, this is going to be, I'm going to actually go all the way across, and this will be 3 inches. You know, so of course you're going to have to, this one here is going to require a shorter journal card. And I could actually make it 3, or you know what, I'll just make it longer. So this way it will be, it'll be narrower, but it'll be longer. Try to get this in the middle. And let's see. I can actually use this for the, although I do have my scrap here I'll use for the paper clip cover. Let's get this covered. Cover that paper clip. This is the only thing with using the fabric glue is you have to hold it down for a few seconds. Okay, so I'm going to glue this down on the paper clip side. I'm missing a spot of the glue on there. This is pretty paper. I think I got this paper on Amazon. I think it's 6x6 paper. And these are some of the sheets that came in there. I have a couple of sheets in there. Okay, so we have the opening on here, and of course the opening's going to be smaller even yet because I have to glue. it, so you know what? It's probably only going to be like 2.5 inches, but a small card will go in there. Okay, you know what? Maybe I'll decorate some of these now, because how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. I only have 5. Okay, so we have 5. Let me decorate some of those. You know, and when you put them in the journals, if you want them to stay, if that's the place where you want them to stay, so if you put it in, say you're going to use it on the side, you're going to use this to put your journal card over there. And if you don't like the paper clip on the back side and you don't want to move it around, you can always put something over on the opposite page to cover the paper clip and decorate it however you want. Okay, so let's see. So this is opening on this side. So I would stick it that way. You can still stick it this way and have your journal card in there. Okay, so let's decorate. Okay, I have a cluster, a butterfly cluster over here. I brought quite a few. Now this is butterflies. I brought some music paper and where did I put that? I have music paper here and I have book paper. There it is. I have some music paper and book paper. Now this is small, so I just need to make a little snippet. So if I put this here, and what else do I have here? I brought tea cards because they're nice and short, and I thought these would go really nice on here. So let me ink that. I'm going to ink the music paper because it looks so nice when it's inked. And this is vintage music paper. Oh, and I also brought some lace for layering because this is the kind of project that, you know, the layering is just so beautiful on there. I don't know if you can, I think the lace is hard to see on camera, but it looks great. You know, like when you're looking down at it, it looks really nice. So let's get this music paper down. Need a little more glue on there. And then I'm going to put this here down. I'm just going to put glue down and put the lace over it. And this is where the hot glue would come in handy because you would just put the lace on the project right there, and then on here you would put the hot glue, and because it's hot and it sticks immediately, it'll hold everything down. You know, and you could put the thumb hole over here. Oh, that looks pretty. And then you can decorate it however you want. You know, you can always put I have some botanical definitions here. These are from Tracy Fox, and I love these. I love these labels. And it's sitting on the bottom of the lace. Okay, there's one. Let's see, I can get some. So I can put something like that. Let me get these on, and then I will. Let's see what else I do have. I brought along some numbers. I can stick a number on there. Okay, but I want to ink this book page up. I'm really happy that I'm getting some mask making projects done for the journals, because I used quite a few of my mask making projects up already in other journals, and they're always nice to have. You know what? I think I want to get some. I have this kind of lace too. It's different. It's a little heavier. I like to layer it with all the different pieces that I'm putting on. Just going to put the glue down first. It's easier to do that than to try and glue the lace. The lace has like little holes in it. And when I do that, to tell the truth, I get glue all over me. Well, not all over me, just all over my hands. Okay, what else do I have here? Oh, I have, it says fly high or sky high. These little sayings came in a project. It came in a kit, not, you know, it came in a different digital kit that I had gotten. Okay, and I may put it, oh, I don't know. I think I'm thinking out loud. Okay, let's get another one done here. Okay, and you know what? I think I'll do my snippet roll. Okay, now I'll have to cut my flower in half, I think. Yeah, this way it'll fit on the whole page. So let me get this inked. So this way you'll be able to see it real good. Or not real good, but better than. Let's see if I can put something underneath that. You can see that better. Or maybe even I can use this here. My scrap paper. Or maybe just, let's see how this here goes on the side of it. Let's see if this makes it stand out a little better. If not, I think the music papers will. I don't know, it looks okay to me. And then when I look in the camera, I think this is, I don't have enough card. Can't even see the music paper. I mean, that looks nice from what I see. It doesn't look as, you know, it looks like it's fading in on camera, but it's actually, it doesn't look like that in person. It's standing out real nice. So we'll put this here. Put that there. I don't want to cover the bird or the music paper. Maybe it needs a little snippet of, it has lace. I could put a little bit attaching on the side of the bird. Just a little bit, not a lot. I could glue it right to there. So let me glue this down with some Fabric-Tac. Or I guess I could even staple it, and then I know it's held. There, now I know it's not going to go anywhere. Okay. Okay, now we'll just glue this to that. And I will use the fabric glue. Now this is going to glue on the top, or on this, yeah, it's going to have to glue. Oh gosh, because the bird will be upside down. Look what I did. So if you clip it on this side, you're going to have the bird sideways. So you have to clip it on the top, then this is going to be, you know what I could do? I can put this on a page that's a half a page, because some pages you have that are shorter inside the journal, and that's where this one's going to have to go, on one of the shorter pages. So it'll still work. I'll probably forget until I go to use it, and then I'll say, oh, this has to go on a half a page. Okay, so let's see if I can get a better edge of this snippet roll. Like this here is really pretty with, because it's wider, so I'm going to cut this, I'm going to cut this part off, because it's a half of, it's the half of the flower here. Oh my gosh, I'm cutting upside down. All right, so I'm going to cut this. This is what I cut off, the other half of the flower. I don't need that. So I'm going to put that on there, and I think it's going to stand out. It's going to be really pretty. Oops, okay. Yeah, this will be so much nicer. Just going to straighten that out. And it really doesn't need anything but that. So I will ink this. just to give that the ends a little vintage feel. That looks really pretty. And this one has everything. It has the lace, it has the flowers, and it has a little card on there, a little tag. That looks good. And of course, before I put this in the journal, you know, usually I don't do too much decorating when I'm making a pocket like this, because I never know how I'm going to use it or what kind of theme is going to go on there. But this one here, I do want it to use my snippet roll, because I made this a while ago and I haven't used it yet. And it's nice when you have a project like this and, you know, you just want to snip it and put it on. This is pretty, and I want to get this whole flower on there, so I think I'm going to cut it right at the bird, and I'm going to use this whole thing. Okay, so I'm just going to snip the end of that bird off there, and let's see. If this goes on the page this way, you know, to tell the truth, I haven't even checked the other pieces. They could all be like that, and then they're gonna I'm gonna have to use them whichever way they fit best. So this one here is gonna go on the way that it's made for. So let's ink this up. Okay, just want to double check. Oh, these flowers are gorgeous. I love them. Now it's right side up. I got these are like cardstock papers, and I got them on Amazon. And I'm still trying to use them up because, you know, you really get a lot in there, the package. Some of them are really good, like the roses that they have inside that package. The roses are gorgeous, and these are some of the roses. And then they give you other kind of flowers that, you know, I'm not really fond of, but I still use them because they look good. But, you know, like different kind of, like sunflowers. Not my favorite. Okay. Okay, I think that's it, because I did all the decorating on the on these pockets that I made. Let me check these up. Yeah, I think that's what I did. I think, well, these are okay. These are, well, well, I don't know. This is the side pocket this way, but then they're going to be upside down. So these are going to have to, this is going to have to go on that short page. The bird's going to have to go on the shorter page. Oh my goodness. This can go sideways, but I'm going to have to take this, you know, like the word off, because this will go that way, but I'll know that when I go to put it on something. And this one here is going to go, this is going to go on the bottom of the page. So it's going to go up. So this one will be fine. And this one here, yeah, this will work because it's going sideways like this, and this is the front of it. Not bad. Okay, so I'm happy I got this done because I really need to do mask making projects for the journals. So this way everything is ready made, or, you know, quite a bit is ready made to, you know, to start decorating journals with. So thank you so much for coming along. I really appreciate it. And we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.